Hello. Welcome back to SOS Entrepreneur Hub. As you all know, every Friday we meet to talk about business, agribusiness, and agripreneurs. So today we are talking about standard currency. Why Ghanaian agripreneurs lose money? Why Ghanaian agripreneurs lose money? Let me tell you one thing. You are not losing money because of the government. You are not losing money because of the politicians. You are not losing money because of imported chips products. You are not losing money because of market and answer of the imported things. You are losing money because you are distracted. You are losing money because you are distracted. At the end of this video, you understand why I'm saying you are not losing money because of the Ghana economy. I'm saying you understand why you are not losing money because of His Excellency John Mahama. Many people, a problem, a politics, any government, and a buying. But any nyina and a buying problem. Yes, so yeah, the yafam wo na no ntira me bi de shemu ase. And this no first time we dey show social. Yamo akwaba. Say subscribe my ewo ase ho. Ni mia all notifications so say the be ya post video bia na obehu. And as Friday bia so no obey we notify for say ya shase. The din kai yebema ye mai o my Ghana mama Ghana. Happy Independence Day. Yeah, and your Independence Day, say, Independence Day, no, you found totally. And me post message be, who are ready and nobody so be ready. Na, you know, and come, you reflect about it. Because many of us, and every year, you celebrate Independence Day, but our mind, is still in capture. Our mind, is still in capture. Maybe plus the soul so can. But I know very another topic for another day. Na yenko ene dwumadi nti ye de hye mo ase nti waba normal ye nyina yakwa aba na wam ye hu ba bia wo hwe free se wo ba hwe video nso achi nso so a na wa kyerɛ ba bia wo so fa nima wo fa free mu adesua wo fa free mu ene ba bia wo tie e free subscribe amaye say the musika you are not losing money because of the government. You are not losing money because of the politics. You are not losing money because of the cheap importation or because of the baba jujubia yaya against you. You are losing money because you have distracted. And distracted way, a coastal currency. One of the currency a coastal power. That's why and then you set a standard. We be BAM. Yen kasa ma farmers nko. SOS is not only for farmers. SOS Entrepreneur Hub is only for it's not only for farmers, it's for everyone. Life, business, agribusiness, and everything. Standard is what you are losing. If we say standard the idea bia yempeni for bu baby say wotena se ema ye de wo sikan edwa nanka ye kan nanka refo a ye kan we de ye kan wo bi sadi we ye kan no eye baby a wan hwe ye a won te ase ye na wan hwe so hu ni ye last Sunday ye mamen mo mu didwa omo ton plantain chips ojo market no shall say equal demonstration against say ebinemu kasa no social media so say omo ye bad practices wo mu dwumadi omu die nti no omo kyerɛ sɛ enye nokre meti omase efiri sɛ enye nipa nyina and edi sɛ adwuma no. But what I want to tell you no, said the bear also betima ka kyerɛ saa yɛ maame no mu di dwa wɔ omo ton saa plantain chips any nkate any all these things na ekoso wɔ Ghana na. Maybe the person ma kyerɛ sɛ enye obeye demonstration no ene be ma ye yakoma ato ye mo there bi. If say wo wugina dwom na wo ton ye ma no, wo kofa ne ma na enya de woni hwɛ ha wo mo si produce no. So wo ton pan no wo store na kwa na kofa pan no from pan no wura no ho na wonim kwan of fast of 15 pan no ana wonim kwan of fast of ton pan no wo di answer wo call ye pan no ya to awie ana fa enti wo demonstration na wo demonstrating there because obi say odwuma no metewase. But the very thing I also hear say obey setting a standard, and that's why a standard is key. And the standard is a currency you are losing, and you will be the worker do so, and you will be the sell with dread yen wood, you know. So, dear street sellers, dear plantain chips producers, dear farmers, let's all come together and lay a cease march. A cease march, you know, yes, just to go and march on the street to say we had freedom. No, we are not free. It's time to set a standard between ourselves. It's time to set a standard within ourselves. First of all, maybe say me know kasafa adie baako. How many times and what try say ube BT price ya obi a woni ni eton ade the same thing e wo market no. How many times and what is assume and nkate na wo ton 50 no so ton say 30 nti wo pese wo hu de wonye o. When you have a standard na so obi ton ade 10 kra na emfa ho because you know what you said, you know the value you carry, you know that you are this the you can say the position you are way there ugina so a wo de ton niema. So instead of fighting for cheap price, you know, fight for the quality. Instead of fighting for a cheap importation, you know, set a standard to yourselves. Set media. Se nipa nyina be de rubber ebe to potato oil mu e de cheap potato chips ya anase plantain chips ya media menye bi. And as a standard na ye kano, I'm not talking to the producers nko. Ye consumers so ye so ye dua phobia. Ye dua bi. How can you say ukoto plantain chips no na upe de crunchy, upe de gre as if you say plantain chips no eye enka enchiwe na wowe. Se upe ade gre na we dia eni kworo chinchiwe. Okay, na inse se upe bibia no gre eno nti no omo so no by force no omo so dis anima na kwoshem to offer you the gre no a ohia no. And mo produce sa plantain no plantain chips no anase ada mo ewo fufuo na yesi mo fufuo no ade de beka no muntungu na mo de beye banku no. So what was standard ya? Who set on say and then I'm producing this quantity. Esa asa me free market. Et de bia no obi anim say asoma esi koko die. Koko no oton no se wa ankwa no patutu no ankwa nkoto koko ni bia. Eboto ofu koko a koko na sa. Et de bia no so utimi et set a standard to ho so na utimi offer the quality na your quality will set the price, the market for you. Yes, ubeton cocoa, never bought 10 o'clock, no cocoa, san, say, ube ye cocoa no bebrebe, na 1 o'clock we are, na cocoa no still wo, na cocoa no ye de ajo. A one after na wokɔ de wokɔpɛ nneɛma foforɔ de afra mu sɛ bɛyɛ a okoko no betimi ayɛ de atime gyina so. Nti sɛ wo insɛ sɛ wobɛkyi plantain chips for the whole week, you know. Gi 2 days isi wo ɛnɛ me chi plantain chips na ɔkyinya mpa de wo market bia no sɛ ɛsa ansa me ne me yire ne me ma yenyi so sa plantain chips no na yɛmfa ni di yɛnto ngo na yɛnkyɛ foforɔ sa mfa nkɔ market bio. This thing no will serve a freshness for the market. Instead of say ube chasing rubber to set that crunchy thing no inside, you know. And yes, standard. iPhone will be any minute, but upon all the price in iPhone crown, how many people na concotos iPhone crown? Obi a iPhone crown. As so the price in your for compared to on the market, you know, phones were a year who could attend a Ghana crab in your you know. I didn't think go phone to attend a Ghana phones, you know, but still not go for iPhone because Apple set a standard. Steve Jobs stated the standard. And the standard no set in one setting because say was throw say we can be an answer follow and answer better product or set standard and you focus on the standard. And now you and me we are following to pay the high price to get iPhone because of our standard of quality. Share video no matter for na almost so many because yene asase ani abode amaye moja na namhwe go dem ede to maye no eduru meni won so say ede ebe bi ato aso na se ebe bi ato so na eyi a na se menu say ede yesipim se afoforo ebe ye ma yenka say ye de ye be gina wo ye nje ye nipa is true, but a standard will let you come out one day. Before say embre anase before say twen horodo ye ka twen horodo minim se mohu that type of embre na make na before say embre ebe pie no na why dey wodi nkan a create na yi ni bibia ofom until the moment na be wo say twen horodo apie no na ye dey was setting bibia ofom dada. Yanko the second thing I'm person ye sharing so. When you decide to cut corners now, you are not cutting corners and say we and would the waniate and also the way clever say would the wouldn't how is he doing here, you know. When you decide to cut corners, you know, you cut corners for your reputation. When what decided so by dilute, you know, all you know, what on the palm oil na would dilute, you know, a samna or fremono, nkatiena, nkati paste na woody a fra semono. You are diluting your own reputation. And at the long term, no, you are going to lose. So if you think about the short term media, you will win. But at the long term, no, the market in Abe, the people will out. Until they go where no what to say, hey, what you assume as Mami will say, Sadi win and know you. Hey, sir. Now for no Ukrainian one. But Minumi him say, no, brother junior by senior by Kokasa. No, Kase, Ghana Brewery Limited, Accra Brewery Limited. 19 something and almost 30. But it's still there because Brewer Limited is a set standard there where they would produce in Yama. So it's still there. How many drinks and then for producing in there? How many drinks the Timmy BT brewer drinks? So set your standard and forget about the rest. Don't chase the money because you want to cut. Don't cut the corners because you want to chase the money. Focus on the quality. Focus on your standard, and the money will come to you wherever you find yourself. Your standard will let you be attractive. So, mama yen kan kire ye maame no na anase nnua mu na omo de omo so omo ye crebent no bibia no omo di ndro na ebefa ho no ye senior opani ono aba obeba bekasa aka o se ni video bi kire me entos ya hyehyɛ no dwom entos common tos ya hyehyɛ no dwom esiso entos ya wan sense so a esiso a within a seconds some na entos na awansa no wu adai etie ne yehwe yene hwan ene edi hide and seek yene hwan ene ko challenge e wo sikapem ye fata kope ene pesika so pesika pa e pesika pa na ye fata kope na enya so wodi eduro akoko fa ntosi ho ama ntosi na one senses wo na just think about it say obi aba beto ntosi no o de kwaku twemeko a wano no wodi. What do you think say a an organism? That the same money so no we are sad akwa ko fini ama e was so them. When they akwa praise the Lord. We have a tool, a powerful tool. As a Christians, as a Muslims, as believers, traditional believers, all these things, we have a powerful tool. And uko fie BM bi. Let me tell you one thing. So powerful tool, no, a powerful tool for how to create money, how to generate how to create a generational wealth. Uko fie BM bi wo. Kuni the crow. Ma me wo comment section and say wa hu the crow America safa one. Uko Ghana fie bi sa tool ni bi wo. Tool ya America no. But me no me tool no da ho. Ye de ni hwe, ye de safa. Ye de share moto. But every day, every time, every day biano. Sa tool ye de share moto. Ye de nante. But ya adwene ma so say sika na ye pese ye change no. E wo sa tool ni. But you would tie me and my comment section as so two krona America na. You super uko fie bi wo. Wanya krona nya baako. A Bible. I'm telling you. Bible na e kura ye no. The blueprint or the map, the road map to create wealth. But me and you know, you be a Bible more. What you want to know is how to kill our enemies. Said be ya, your enemy ebe ko toilet sa, umbe run sa no, and only able humpaye. But asking God the knowledge, the wisdom for how to read the roadmap, and how to understand the GPS and I walk Bible, Me know, I dream myself. From now today going, unsaka Bible shall say ready ni ye. Ni title the Old Testament. Ready ni ye. Now no na yenye beneme Ephraim no ni reading komona o pese o wonye ma onye say bro. Advice am the be ma pa na say dey. Shall say the go read the Bible. Read shall say read the Genesis. Who read the we are no read the we pa no frame ni saying ko. Mesa ma the foforo. Minim so read there because on frame bi. But na me pese ono ahu because sometimes no ade kura wa wonte ase. This ade frame sanse won ade kro no value aye. That's why against if you krom no. You wonema bebrebe e wo your krom. But you hu eson faso. You hu the value aye. The same thing the Bible in cry sa pepepe. We are chasing money, but you have the money in the tool they creating money and so hey Bible no. So who read the Proverbs here? Ubesun. But more than read the Proverbs in Letra Sibio with another perspective. The book of Proverbs, Transepani reading here with another perspective. You understand, say Proverbs now well reading for the now reading just a normal no, and only one of the blueprint So last week kasafa the law of nature, and then the about standard as a currency. Kakran. By the time I will follow SOS, you will come out to understand, say, you don't have to follow the crowd to be seen, but you have to set yourself apart and do what you believe in. Once what you believe in, the panel, that particular thing will raise your name up. In Tinembre, a chefom, or by ya, one by ya can be ya fede at the moment it was a pea another now yet a shilling. Sinyako, me pacho me mwakwaba. Happy Independence Day so.
Charles, Major also. Happy belated birthday.
Boss, me that's it. That's all my cancer. That's it.
My Ghana for happy Independence Day. Ekuyafoɔ nso a happy Independence Day. Aja, they say the network ni minim de ɔmayɛ no. They say a data no yɛ tamboa yɛ den. They say the network no so nye.
Wow.
Etwa ne ho sɛ akokɔ a yare aka no no. America me kyerɛw. But still yɛbɛgyina mu. Ano deɛ we learn every day. Me can say nipa bi a ɛnyɛ da a body no ebe freezing na kyerɛ sɛ wawu. Na mmom da a wobɛgyae de fia no saa da no na wawu. Nti no every day we have to learn so that yɛbɛtumi anya nimdeɛ foforɔ bi a yɛde bɛtoto yɛabrabɔ no yɛakɔ yɛnim sɛ nipa. Na anwummerɛ yi mea na meyɛ live ɛwɔ TikTok. But
wow.
Na ɛwɔ sɛ megyae na meba ha no.
Oh, are
so ntɛntɛm. Now I was just creating awareness because I knew what we were going to do. The same thing I ever can ha. So
okay.
Na me try so hono na hono ni
Now share link now the whole TikTok be answer konko here answer kan what was so me that say.
Okay, Matthias. So na ye din komo bi na komo no nyina na me kan bibi say.
Share link why they say o TikTok no link and then sorry.
Yes.
Now obi and more TikTok no go follow no mu na some na was so kan. And you made the name.
So what I was saying is that say eba no numbers ne nkrataa deɛ network no yɛ rough nti me ɛbɛposti ɛba no on paper Ghana we are independent, but in reality yɛnyɛ hwɛ sɛ yɛwɔ independence na yɛ claim no, because we can't have independence and still we cannot depend on ourselves to the point whereby even government supports importation of a normal yɛne ankasa yɛbɛtumi acultivate wɔ kurom ha. It is very bad, and as a country, as a people, 69 years of independence for our nation. Yɛbɛka democracy ɛna yɛbɛka agyegye yɛn ho. Africa, Ghana is the democracy hub in Africa. Ghana is a Christian country. Ghana is this. Yeah. Yɛkeka ne nyinaa wieɛ no, what benefit did it give us? What is the impact of being a democracy hub in Africa on our people as a country? Are we deliberately building the country, or we are unconsciously living anyhow? I always tend to ask myself that. Enti Christianity na yɛgye tum wɔ Ghana ha ne Islam na yɛgye tum wɔ Ghana ha no, ɛno ara na originators no ɔmo nim anaa ɛno ara bi na ɔmo practice anaa? Because as a difference wɔ mu, we are using it to destroy ourselves. Because we are Christians, because we are Muslims, now yɛto bɔɔl agu yɛ river bodies mu. Because the pastors in the church have told us that there's no spirit in the water. And even if there is spirit in that river body, we have Jesus who is overall. And you can shout or you can speak anyhow to the river spirit because you have Jesus. Really. Because you pray 5 times a day as a Muslim, you can just do things anyhow and Allah will cover you. He gave us wisdom. When God created us, He gave us wisdom. And the Biameka said, the knowledge we have in our mind, the wisdom, is the first ever security. God didn't give us any external security, but the first ever security God gave to us was our brain, our mindset. So why do you need adwuma a deɛ ɔbɛyɛ biara ni hɔ nom a ɛbɛyɛ yie. ɛno nti na Bible na yɛka no kora Bible say nea ɔpɛ ntɛm anya ne ho te sɛ akokɔhwɛ deɛ ebutu kosua a ɛnyɛ ne dea so. Ne wura ne bɛba na ɔbɛpam no na ɔbɛyɛ sɛbi kwasea. ɛne yɛka no sɛ continental work. Afei wobɛhu sɛ nea wabrɛ no nyinaa no lasawa, you be losing it for no reason. You will not even be able to account for it. If you tell me that ode rubber to and when watch plantain sɛ bɛyɛ a wobɛnya wo sika a wombɔ ka, good, wobɛnya wo sika. Na mmom deɛ wotɔn maa no abɔnten hɔ no a woni sɛ ɔnyɛ obusuani nti ɔde ɔnkɔwe nwu no, ɔnya nwuyɛ no ebi a wo so woba baabi hɔ na wo nua bi hɔ na ɔbɛware no, nti yareɛ no kyee no wo nua ba no nɛte ho a wɔhwɛ no, wo nsa no adwuma no ɛno no, nti wo nua ba no wontumi nkɔm ɔntumi ma no nti saa sika no a wopɛ fa akwanbɔne so nyae no, ɔbɛba hɔ sister anaa wɔfa anaa bra wei deɛ wakonta anaa wo kunu wɔntumi nkɔm ma maame kakra memfa nkɔtɔ aduane na me ne nkura no nni, ɔbɛsan bɛyɛ bɛyɛ den de ama wo. Sɛ woantɔn poison ama bɛrima no anni ɛna ka bɛrima no nya ahoɔden yɛ n'adwuma a ɛnka wo nua no so ɔmɛyɛ wo bɛyɛ den biem.
Wow.
The life we are living is an ecosystem. What goes around comes around. And the ecosystem is a circle. It must never break. The moment a breaking bi bɛba mu no, ɛkyerɛ sɛ there's an error. Whoever that created error will be fished out someday, no matter how long it will take. The standard setting, we should set standard. I say you need focus. Yɛayɛ sɛ sɔnsɔn no yɛni ani nti yɛde ti pempem saa na yɛnenam mu baabiara na yɛfa. I think it's high time ɛwɔ sɛ as a country we need to set up. We need to scrutinize what we are teaching our children in school, especially the infants. Mema ɔfaba efi Sunday ayi bi maame. I think sɛ na ɔne Mr. ayi Kwasi Kankam na ɛyɛ live bi na mekɔhwɛ na Kwasi Kankam koti books bi na meyɛ sɛ ɔnsɛnde book no so he gave me a whole Google Drive link. Na me bi a drive link no me hu first book I me read here. It isn't actually a book, a presentation made by Willie Lynch in the year somewhere 1712. And or your projection be say they are keeping slaves at that time, that the slaves will serve them for 300 years or more. Uncle Charles, from 1712 to 2026, we check here 300 years. So it means that what they were planning back then is materializing today. And there's a comment in that presentation say, take the mind, keep the body. So they've taken our minds and they've kept our body so that we work for them, so that we continue to be slaves. Enti enye nwanwa se enne ya to ye nuane na to agu na ye ni akodi omo de n'achi. Enye nwanwa se enne okuani ni kwa akodo aburo no poultry farm bi wɔ ne mfikyire ɔkɔkɔgye chicken manure no anytime ɔkɔ akɔtɔ inorganic fertilizer da begu asase ne so. Odua aduane na ɔde chemicals adua no oyi wie a ɔsan de chemicals asan preserve. It's because of the mentality we have. Yesua agric wɔ school. Agric na ɛbɛka kyerɛ sɛ use NPK based fertilizer for your cropping so that you get good or bountiful yield. Yanka nkyerɛ sɛ NPK based fertilizer, NPK no animal manure kuta NPK o. Nemu yɛbɛkyerɛ wo NPK a yɛ manufacture no from factory and as a industry, which is inorganic. When the white man came here now, obehu say we have a fertile land no. Na ni breye o, eno nti no yɛ na adwene sɛ ɔne yɛ bɛtena no. Ɔne yɛ tena yɛ no, he came to steal from us. And he stole something very, very important. That is our mindset. In that presentation when I read, there's a line breaking a Negro to be a slave. Or say, if you want to make a slave, you need a Negro. In other words, you need a black man. And say, watch a documentary on how they're able to tame horses to be use them for riding. You see the barbaric act they used to stop the wild horse to become normal for usage, and that is the same procedure they were using to break the black slave. There was a line in the presentation said, beat the man to be so weak but don't kill him, then tell him to fear God. Enti ɔde ne nsa ni bonkum nifa no de kristosom ne other religion na aka ne brɛ yɛ na ɔde benkum ne fa akyire na ɔde wia yɛ nneɛma nyinaa na ɔka kyerɛ sɛ yɛnhwɛ nyankopɔn na ɔbɛhyira yɛn. But yɛn yɛ deɛ na ɔwɔ deɛ no wɔ sesa kɔ. And that is what we are living today. We don't have standards because we are not thinking how we are supposed to think. And the business now ɔyɛ no ne deɛ yɛ sika na obenya no ɛkwan a bɛfa so obenya sika no na ehia no sɛ wo a wobɛ patronize business no sɛ ɛbɛboa wo sɛ mmoa wo ɛhaw a ɛde bɛbrɛ wo wɔmfa ho ne sika na ehia no. If we will be able to set standards, we should be people of integrity and we should repair the identity crisis that we have. If the identity crisis is not repaired, we will not be able to set good standards. Now the standard na yɛ set no, yɛkɔ akɔfa Broni system na de set standard. Yɛn yɛ deɛ no yɛato agu. What the white man did in quotes or in reality ɛnhyɛ da nyɛ bɔne yɛn o. Ɛyɛ ma no wɔn no kurom hɔ. Ba yɛn ha no ɛnyɛ ma yɛn. If they are eating GMO foods in the Western world, it's because they don't have land like we have here. That's why they are eating the GMO foods. Unlike yɛn na yɛwɔ asase na ebetumi adua organic crop ne yɛdi no. This evening I watched a video on TikTok. Cocoa farmer panimu. Mehwɛ nipa na ogyina video no mu a mɛmma no less than 60 years. Na asɛm a ɔka no sɛ sɛ aban ate cocoa farm cocoa bag price so deɛ a ɛneɛ ɔwɔ 11 acre cocoa land. Sɛ ɔbɛdodɔ cocoa na me ate so deɛ ɔkɔtɔn asase no de ama galamsey for nam say for Christ's sake. Yɛate cocoa price so for this season yɛnka sɛ yɛ. Nobody is in support of that. But okoton 11 acre land e de ama galamsey for some message no China ni ne ba beto no wasɛ no abra ne kurom ye ntwa dua. China ni ne kurom ye ntwa dua wo hɔ ɛso wɔno no wo kurom ade oba betwa nua agu obetu nsu asɛ no obetutu amana to asase so no gya hɔ kɔ ne kurom because abaya te cocoa price so by 1,000 Ghana cedis. Na even say bibia da na kwam ne yɛsɛ ayi aman mu ni nyinaa na obiara ho tɔ no te obiara ntua 1,000 Ghana cedis kora ma ɔman no every month biara kora na sɛ every year kora na sɛnka ɛnyɛ bɔne. If by whatever means sɛ ɔbɛfrɛ no incompetence sɛ ɔbɛfrɛ no political bias whatever de ɔmo amfa ɔmo borɔfo ma no yɛate okoko so 1,000 Ghana cedis ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ kɔtɔn okoko asase ma galamsey fo no mmɛsɛɛ no. Na wotɔn wie yɛ ne sɛ yɛto cocoa price ne mu abɛkɔ akɔgye asase ne back. Yɛte price ne so no banche na wodɔ no cocoa ne nkyɛn mu kakra no ɛno de woda so tu di o. Menkɛ na sisi woda so te so kontomire bɔɔdeɛ na na esi hɔ no woda so te wode ma galamsey fo no ɔbɛma baabi a ma odua banche ne biem. Ɔbɛma baabi a ma odua aburo ne biem. We don't have standards and I think it starts from our preschool. Nkwalaa no 3 years no ne yɛhyɛ aseɛ kyerɛ wɔn mo. First ani edi agorɔ pilolo waba awɔi yɛsi atɛ ɛne ɛnum ahodoɔ nyinaa ɛnɛ nkoraa no hwan na nim saa adeɛ wei. Ɛnɛ akwadaa a wɔ 2 years ɔgye phone no ɔbɔ game a ɔyɛ adeɛ a ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɔna na bi na ɔte hɔnom. They don't know themselves. Yɛwi first no yɛsɛ ansa na bɛkɔ school na sɛ wonyini wɔn nsa tumi korɔ so wotiri kɔ sɔ waso yɛsɛ na yɛ sɛbi abagyimi bɛ. But saa time na akwadaa ne nsa tumi korɔ so ne ti kɔ sɔ n'aso no onim adeɛ wɔ fie. Onim sɛ obesi ɔbɛkasa panimu ho. Onim sɛ na ohu sɛ panimu so adeɛ a ɔbɛkɔ akɔgye. Bare 4 days when was that? Early this week because of line. Na car na team yɛn nyinaa na yɛ youth. Yɛn nyinaa na yɛ youth. Na maame panimu bi a na wɔ team. Ɔbɛforo car na wɔ kwan mu. Na ne nɔɔma kura na yɛsi na obie mate ni kura mpo fa nɔɔma ne mfiri car ne mu nsi fam an kra na yɛ den. sisi free car no me na me see last na me hwɛ wo bi a oyi si na ko si na ɔkɔ ɛna me ka kyerɛ business na wonyi maame ne nɔɔma ne nsi fam ma na ansa na mate ne yi maame ne nɔɔma ne si fam me si na me fa nɔɔma na me di maame no san so ɔkɔ he na me di n'anim aa kɔpɛɛ no ma ne nya aka ɛnso so nim mate ne yi nɔɔma ne si yɛ no obi etu car a ɔbɔ car maame no so abɛsɛ maame no fa ne nɔɔma mfiri kwan mu hɔ maame abere wɔ okuta poma okuta baagi mmienu ɔte steer akyi bɔ ne so abɛsɛ ɔmfa ne nɔɔma mfiri kwan mu na ɔmfa ne car mmra because nteteɛ no a na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde ma yɛn no yɛnya yɛakɔ school woka schoolfoɔ no nte aseɛ woka kristofoɔ no nte aseɛ woka nkramofoɔ no nte aseɛ yɛsɛ wokasa atia yɛn anaa wokasa atia yɛn nyame yɛnim nyankopɔn ansa na buroni ba na the name nyankopɔn no wote aseɛ nyɛ buroni na ɛbɛkyerɛ sɛ mfrɛ no nyankopɔn o yɛn ɔbaa ne yɛfrɛ no nyankopɔn ɔbaa ne yɛfrɛ no ɔbɔ adeɛ buroni baa ne yɛfrɛ no nyankopɔn ɔdoma nkoma ɛnyɛ wɔn na ɛbɛkyerɛ yɛn wei ne yɛnim no dada the pictures na yɛde abɔ yɛ dɛm sɛ wei ne nyankopɔn no is pure deceptive and that is why we have lost our standards as Africans. We have lost our standards. Sɛ yɛyɛ na nka yɛdi nokora ama yɛn ho we are being each other's keeper. That is ɛno na ɛyɛ nyamesom. Ɛnyɛ sɛ deɛ woto boɔ de wo nsa ahyɛ w'akyi no abɛpepa wɔn no abɛgyina hɔ no ne nipa no abɛsere no ɛna kyerɛ sɛ wosom nyame o. Te w'anim sere bu nipa brɛ wo ho ase dɔ nipa dwene nipa ho ɛno na ɛyɛ nyamesom pa ɛno na ɛbɛma yɛhunu yɛn ho na yɛtumi deɛ okay adeɛ wei sɛ bi Burkina Faso na sɛ mr di ɔmo no ma paa sɛ ɔkɔyɛ adwuma Burkina ama ɔman no na so ɔnya kaprɛ kɔ ɔde ne gye bɛkɔ akɔyɛ sɛdeɛ first ne yɛyɛ communal labor wɔ Ghana ha no na atwa mu no ɛnɛ they do it over there because ɔmo nim sɛ ɔman no yie die no gyina wɔn aso sɛ Ghana ɛne abibiman yɛbɛtu mpɔn a egyina yɛn ne ayɛ so nea yɛsua wɔ school no somebody came on my live this evening sɛ ɔsɔ yɛ teacher ni but ɔno ankasa ɔfa book a ɔtumi hu sɛ we are not teaching our children what they need to know. We are giving them extreme different knowledge. Me catch them in man say mo mu sua dey da three exams. Dabi me catch them in first one or 13 years. Dabi me catch say dey wo ko sua no enye na de bebo bra. Wo sua for exams. So dey me kyerɛ wo fie no eno na wo de bebo bra. So mini hɔ no ma say mini hɔ no ma obetime feed rabbit ama me. Ohun ese wa started picking ohun say rabbit be a problem pe she's able to identify it right now. So when ya what the wa me rabbit no kura mpo na wanya life knowledge on fa na ho nkoto book no so bebre and school for no omo ti fie ana omo nsa gu omo bu no ma me da so to aduane ma omo di mi hu a ma me no so sore o kwa achi ma are na ho kwa achi ma ne bi o ma me koye bodwa koye masom are na ndi na chi nkoye bi na okọ dia na waji ska wọ ne ho na emo mo de wontimi nko bi wona yinka wonsa yinka all because mako school. Education is what enlightens us. It's what illuminates us. It's something that opens our eyes to see the reality. But the education we have right now is blinding us. It's blindfolding us. And the Agricultures, for us to be able to set a proper standard, we need to rethink. The Medibasis Pasopane say we need to rethink as Africans. Yenjin tum say near ya fana ye suano enye noa enye no ne kwampa no yen kai tete atempon no yen kai tete atempon no na yen fa so first ya na mo no mfa enro enedua enobaye wo mary video bi na me dey send wo bayere pa wo so ma se fom bayere yɛ noa yi o pona ɔsɛ wato pona mmiɛnsa na abɛgu no ɔno baako ɔno baako wie yɛ no ɛna ogya gu hɔ nom a di bɛɛ 1 week ɔkɔfa baako abɛno afei da hɔ ɛho yɛ fresh kama afei bayɛrɛ na osu ma fugo
empty
otwa mu a emu nyinaa yɛ nsuo adan yɛyɛ bɔne bɛn nti I think Messi fam obi aba bi na ɛmu yɛ
no
nyinaa no yɛn ni ayɛmfa we should take our life into our own hands anyɛ saa sɛbi obi a ɔno wɔn dwene nipa ho ɛbɛma yɛdidi ɛnsisi yɛdi na wɔtwa yɛn kwan na so meda ase.
yo senior and so that's I mean sure nti musuafo said the initial ase and no standard currency why Ghanaian agripreneurs lose money. And as I said earlier, no, you are not losing money because of the politics, bad politics. You are not losing money because of Ghana economy, because of inflation, because of cheap importation. You are losing money because of your distraction. Say all these messages, any understanding, then we are far away. Say, say, okay, any problem. Because untimi nkasa wo the bucket ya eto abo konsuo aba beduru fie nsa no it means ada let's set set a standard ya ede ebe create barriers as ya kasa because the moment you be set standard no die anyone kono anyone fa anyone ya lie no you will not accept it. So set standard ya so you can say and go for ya you will not follow the crowd. Senior Ferris in Pacho Memo Aquabra.
Yo, me do so.
Happy Independence Day, so.
Oh, happy Independence Day.
Yeah.
Na obi abokode.
Yeah, nyame adom boko but you know so.
Nyame adom boko. Yeah. But mo baby ndent na bia na ndame me contributing kwachi.
Yo, but you don't bet my baby.
Yeah, before me baso na just say omo akasa ma.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That me gina so tini se bibi na betumi abem.
What me kasa? Oh, bibi obet me there running fast am just a short message. Wait me aka. Why?
So and me yana me brechi. Right.
Okay, yo, Mate. That's it. Enti for any abusian for mama ye maame no mo di dwa no asonte say cutting corners no they are cutting themselves from the market at the long race no enti eduro bia obi si obi di die eduro na ede abehye store na so yes how because you don't set a standard. Because say you can say you call the race of cheap dear obi abete there so but to when and abeto bo so ama watima the arene if you say then cost of production there's a cost of production is 7 na obi airton 6.5 wa how come so obi to koton wo die 6.4 because of say the person who to me competitive. Set a standard that can defend your market. Set a standard that can take you from a short term to a long term thinking. standard our currency. Don't lose money again. Don't think Ghana economy in a way that won't you. Don't take Ghana economy in any unyama enkoso. You are the starter. Start right now. Set your standard. Because most of the women if I say Yami Adma watching next week, education next week, Adma Friday next week. Yegusua Yane open be kasa. Say bibia ye okay now set invitation Yami Adma next week. Yebenya hoho. Enti hopeful say Yami Adma next week no. Who are wutie me ne? Who are wutie? Anywhere obebe chire aba be video no. Who makes it? Train menene din kumegusua na me expect say ke bia menya final word nanka my announcement today. But wasi minya botre na yebekasa nti me train na nyame adona say o my final word in we yebe fryer need about o saka fryer na so share because say to me enyam penifo bi ti say de ye pese man about nyame adoma Friday na eyade ebe boy wo ye ecosystem because so penny ba ku say no oba pena eba ba ye ase ye kan bi de sem pempena o se na utu na ebi di echire utu bi na ebi di echire so na sitie so wo bi so aba suggesting so a o me asoti a na se kwa wo mu a ye betimi atuen safre no no so aba ba chire niam bi I had a lifetime experience and so actually. Nyame nhyira mo. Moma yinsum na yenye adwuma no. Mebe. Happy Independence Day to you all. Train se nyame adoma opening baba na fe me dey about. Me dey say because me kasa no mo amoti say me kasa o mitirim kakra. Cause for intino. Ye fa hwehwe nyame adoma next week. Bye bye.